going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hatchet's Way podcast. It's like a show now. The Hatchet's Way show. We are the Texas leg edition. We got my main man, relationship expert, money maker, 6 figures minimum in the bank, all around cool ass dude, podcast extraordinaire, Xavier the Legend Miller. What's up, guy?
Man, I can't ask for a better intro, man.
Come on, man.
You know how excited I am to meet you, man. We long, like you said when I first walked in the room, we long overdue.
Yeah, man. This is our first time meeting in person, but we connected a bunch of times. X and I had that connection, and shout out to his queen D as well.
Thank you.
So we're out here in Texas, but you used to live somewhere else not long ago.
Yeah, I just moved to Dallas December, first week of December of 2020. So I've only been here for what, 3 months now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How you enjoying it?
I love it. I tell everybody, when everybody asks me, I say, I wish I would have moved here sooner. I love it here, man. I love it. It's way better than Northern California. And that's no knock. So shout out to all my people in NorCal.
Yeah, it's better vibe out here.
Yeah,
I agree with it. Yeah. All right, so here you are here. You're 27 now? 27 now. Living a rock star life. You were just somewhere. Where you at? Puerto Rico?
I was just in PR, yeah. I was in PR for Valentine's Day.
You missed the whole storm here.
Yeah. which is worked out perfectly for me because we didn't know that was happening. And we was actually stuck in PR for extra like 4 days because they kept canceling our flight back home because of the storm.
Shout out to being stuck in PR.
Yeah, it turned out right. You can't be mad at that. Stuck in Puerto Rico on the beach, chilling.
How did you get this kind of freedom at such a young age?
Man, this is a dope question. It's something that I talk about a lot, and it's really like you know my background, Jay. I was in the military, so I joined the military at like pretty much 19, going on 20. And so my first couple of years in, I was in the Air Force. My first couple of years in, it was just like I was BS, and I always tell people this. I was just, you know what I'm saying, away from home, spending all my money. I had all the Jordans. I had Xbox, all that stuff, man. But so what changed everything for me is in 2016, I was tasked with a deployment. So this was around the summertime. And for those who familiar with the military, when you get tasked with a deployment, they let you know like beforehand whether you got like 5 months, 6 months, or it could be 2 weeks. Luckily, in my case, I had like 6 months before I left, and I didn't want to go. Like, I was pissed off, man. I'm like, I'm going to be away from my girl from 7 months, man. I ain't trying to do all this crazy work. But, so luckily, it worked out in my favor. But beforehand, before I left, my supervisors, they kept like advising me to create a will. They kept saying, hey, you need to make, because my supervisors, they was 50 plus. They was old guys. So they like, hey, you need to make this will. You need to make this will. I'm like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me over there. They like, nah, just in case. You never know. You need to make a will. So I'm like, okay. So I go to get my will done. And so I'm making my will. It took me, no lie, it took me 30 to 45 seconds to write.
Oh, that's quick. Yeah.
You know, that's not a good sign. If it take you 30, 45, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
And I look up, I look around, I'm like, damn, what y'all doing? Because I'm done already. So then at that moment, it hit me like, if I died that day, it was pretty much I was living for like no reason. I was just living aimlessly. So I made up my mind like, all right, I'm about to go on this deployment. I'm going to save all my money. I ain't spending a dime. When I come back, I'm going to invest. I'm going to do all this stuff. So I went. I was there for about 7 months. I saved around like $25,000. I came back home.
In 7 months, 25 bands.
Yeah, yep, 25,000. I saved all of it, man. Like, and I know people that came home on like $4 grand, $5 grand, because they'll go overseas and they'll still be spending. But look, I stuck to what I said I was gonna do. I didn't do anything but work out and save my money. So I came home with about $25,000. Started investing in some stocks. Started investing in some crypto. Then I started buying real estate in 2018, and just continuously doing that. I looked up. I'm in a good financial position where I can walk away from my gig now.
Ooh, man. Have you had a job in the past couple of years?
No, I haven't. So I got out the Air Force 2019. When I got out I don't even remember when I it felt like it was so long ago, and I haven't had a job since.
I haven't had a job since you got out. Yeah. Now, when we talked on your podcast, the Millionaire Mindset podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me start there. Y'all had 1 million downloads, a million views. Hit that button, pressure right there. Pressure, 1 million views, 1 million downloads.
Yeah, that's pressure.
Started
man.
in 2019.
We started Christmas Eve 2018.
2018, so just about 2019 they started. That's huge.
Yeah.
First of all, that's such a big deal because so many people just quit shit.
Yep.
It's like the quitting generation of the world. The people just start, they stop, they start, they stop. Y'all kept this thing going. And podcasting, especially early on, is free.
Yeah.
So you got to really dig it.
Yep.
How does it feel to have 1 million downloads, and how did you get there?
Man, it feels amazing. And this is like the first time somebody asked me this like on the interview style, but it feels amazing just because I know like we started it. When I started Millionaire Mindsets, well, me and D started Millionaire Mindsets, I had less than 5,000 followers on Twitter, less than 5,000 followers on Instagram. So I just say that to say, because most people would think like, you know, it's easy to get listeners if you got a bunch of followers. Like, yo, I didn't really have no following.
The podcast gets you the followers.
Right. I started the podcast and just kept putting out content, and it was fun to me. So even when and I didn't get into it to make money. So that was like the last thing on my mind.
Let me guess, you're tired of your job and you want to become your own boss. You need to supplement your income with part-time work. And you're a serial entrepreneur who wants to start another business with low startup costs. Well, you need to come and join the 2 to 12K Club today. We will teach you how to start this business for only $500, how to effectively market your services, how to secure long-term, high-paying clients, how to make $60 to $250 per appointment, how to create systems and make money without being at an appointment. And you will get the peace of mind that you can leave any job at any time and start this business. For more details, check out the 2 to 12K Club today. The 2 to 12KClub.com.
How many episodes have y'all done?
We got 115, I think. 115 or 116.
You spit them out pretty quick, because we had a podcast, I think it might have been a Thursday, and it was out the Friday or something along those lines. You don't hold on to the content?
You said, do I hold on to it?
You don't hold on to it.
I don't.
2 days it's out.
Yeah, 2 days is out. If I get it, I'm the type where we just pushing it out. Like what I started, and this is like a tip I'll give like to people that's listening to this and they thinking about starting a podcast. When I started Millionaire Mindsets, I started giving out 2 shows a week.
Wow.
So it was coming out so fast. People kept saying like, "Damn, I don't got time to catch up." But I'm like, that's cool, because you eventually gonna catch up if you really rock with it. And I keep giving quality content, you're going to catch up. And then when I got I knew I got a good pace with a good audience, good amount of shows, I slowed it down to once a week.
How often do you get paid?
How often do I get paid? Man, I get paid. It ain't even no set book at this point. I get it could be every day. Sometimes ain't no like in the military I used to get paid 1st and the 15th. Now it's like I get paid whenever I make a play now.
So what gets you paid every day or every other day?
Okay,
or
so it could be
Merch?
It could be. Oh, you talking about strictly from podcasting?
Everything.
Oh, okay. So from podcasting, it could be.
So
merch.
hold on, that was a flex, because he has so many income streams. Like, what are you talking about, Dre? Where does your money come from nowadays?
So it could be podcasting, and that could be broken down to several ways.
Okay.
It could be real estate. It could be my portfolio, my stock portfolio, and I trade too. I trade stuff too. I option trade.
You do consulting.
Yep. So that too, and
You guys have an online academy?
not yet. It's kind of similar, but we just still doing like full consulting right now.
Okay,
But,
cool.
Those are really like the main ways right now. It's more too. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure it's more.
Not sure if the child is yours? Assurance DNA is here to help you find the answers to your questions with their home paternity test kits. Swab at home and get answers within a week. It's that simple. Order a kit today and get 10% off using the code NOTARY at checkout. Assurance DNA. Confidence in knowing. Head on over to www.assurancedna.com and use the promo code NOTARY at checkout.
So the podcast, it can be merch, it can be ads, it can be sponsors. So those are really the main. Those are really the money makers.
That's what it is.
Merch, sponsors, ads, and then I'm about to drop my podcast, of course. So that's gonna be another
Pressure
one.
right there.
Yeah.
Does your girl have a full-time gig?
No, she's self-employed, and mind you, I'm a college student too. So I'm taking classes too. Me and her taking classes. So she we pretty much work together. Like she's in the real estate. She's heavy on the consulting, building our consulting business. She's like on top of that. She's handling that right now. Like I said, she about to go real big into project management and just still obtaining properties, all that kind of stuff.
You're a traditionalist.
As far as what?
your relationship?
Oh yeah,
goes?
very much,
very much traditionalist.
very much so.
Did you buy her a car?
Yes, I did. I bought a Mercedes SUV, and last year for her birthday.
Hit like 4 of those. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
In this era, people are traditionalists like us, right? But there are a lot of people who are like, I ain't doing nothing, and take pride in it, not doing anything for their woman. Where do you get your traditional values from, and how come you haven't let society dictate your giving and taking care of your woman financially?
I'll say the foundation for me is I grew up in a 2-parent household, so my parents,
Big deal right there.
they still married to this day. So like
Her parents are married too?
No, her parents aren't married.
Okay.
So but she has a good relationship with both of her parents.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. But they just aren't married. But so I grew up always seeing, like, I never seen my dad try to show off by saying what he's not doing for my mom. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I never seen that. So when I see people doing that with their lady, it's kind of like
It's weird
awkward
to
to
you?
me. I'm like, where do y'all get that from? Because I know my dad, like, because I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up rich or nothing. We was probably like a low tier middle class, like
Okay.
pretty much just above like that damn broke level for real.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was points of time when we would have one car in the family, and my dad would have to take an hour, like in the middle of the cold in Chicago, train, bus, and he would give my mom the car to drive while he do all. So I grew up
Wow.
seeing like
That's deep.
a man going without to make sure his woman is in position where she don't feel like in need of things. So that's just like a custom in me. So when I got to a point
So
where
that rent's not 50-50 at your house?
right. We don't do that. We don't, like, and that's no knock to people that
No
do.
knock to people who do.
Yeah,
No
it's
knock
just
to people who do.
that.
That's not how you roll.
Yeah, that's not the standard I want to set. Like if I had a daughter that she was dating a guy seriously, especially when you talk about marriage potentially being in play, I wouldn't teach her, like, you know, that's just how I see things. Like, you want to be with it. I want my daughter to be with a man that can take care of her. Not to say that she needs him financially, but just knowing that he could take care of a family. That's important to me. So that's why I try to set that standard for myself.
Respect to that.
Yeah.
You said that since the pandemic, your new minimum liquid, I
100,000.
believe.
Yeah.
Say,
100,000 liquid at all times. That's my new minimum. Because the pandemic taught me, when the pandemic hit, I seen like stuff going down regarding stocks and stuff, and I was thinking like, man, I can invest in this because it's going to bounce back. But I didn't have the excess capital that I thought I had enough. But when that happened, I'm like, man,
It was different.
It was different. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta set a new standard for myself. If I keep 100,000 on me at all times, when this happens, I can invest in things like somewhat heavily. So that's why that's the standard for myself as well.
$100,000 minimum in the bank.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep. Mobile homes, are y'all in that too?
Oh yeah, mobile homes. See, I forgot about mobile homes.
He's
man.
forgetting about his income streams, people. Only on the Hatchet's Way can you find this kind of exclusive content.
Facts.
How's the mobile homes working out for you?
Mobile homes is pretty. It's working out pretty well. We one of our deals we did, it kind of went sour because like the thing with mobile homes is like a lot of it is contingent on the park owners. So if you have a can I curse on it?
Yeah,
If you have a jackass,
you know I'm lit. Right?
if you have like a jackass park owner that's giving you a hard time, it can kind of sour a deal. Like we had like a great deal working with them where we was gonna get like 10 to 20 mobile homes, and we was gonna like fix them up and like sell them to people, and they was starting to give them to us for free. But the guy, he was so like, I don't know what was wrong with him, man. He was like messing up the money, so we had to back out of that deal. But we still like buying and fix them up and sell. But we looking for parks where the park owner is very lean and they want to work with us. But we still get money from it though.
I want to get in on that park if you get that park. Or when you get the park, I want to get in on that.
Let's do it.
I want in on that part. That mobile home money's real.
Yeah, it's
those
ask Byron and
ROIs,
Charlize.
like they talk about it every time I see them.
Yeah.
Shouts to Byron and Charlize.
Right, man, them my people, man.
Yeah,
what they
great
doing,
people right there.
What they doing is
Yeah, I actually
amazing.
got a similar vibe. Oh, but yeah,
We
both from Chicago.
Yeah, we from Chicago.
Yeah, that makes sense. Y'all both cool, business oriented, knows how to have fun, gets fly, loves your woman.
Yep.
Yeah, got similar vibe.
Yeah, we do, and that's the common thing with like from people from like the mid. I know Chicago for sure. Everybody kind of like, Because Chicago's one of those cities where if you have a certain character, you're not gonna last. A certain personality, you might not last long. So you gotta be like, it's in your favor to be cool, not overdoing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Know how to interact with people because shit can happen quick to you out there. Yeah.
What kind of car are you pushing?
I ain't pushing nothing right now. I'm thugging it out. I want a 911. I just bought my girl a car, and then since I bought my girl a car, and then I'm like, I'm gonna wait, cause like I said, we ain't got our office and stuff yet, so I'm not leaving the crib much. So until I leave the crib, I think I'm gonna get a Tesla or a 911. I seen my friend Tay, shout out to Tay. He's about a Tesla this past weekend. I was riding with him. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm either get that or a 911.
Well, I want to talk to that for a second. So you got no whip, but you got income streams that you're forgetting. Yeah. And a lot of people have a sick whip, but no other income streams outside of their 9 to 5. Yeah. I just want that to just sink in with people. There's something to that. There's something to that a lot of people are willing to delay some shit or put some stuff off in order to get what they want later on. But they keep those assets tight though.
Yep. I keep them tight. And I bro, I actually haven't bought no whip since like 20. As long as me and my girl been together, I never bought no whip.
That's deep.
Yeah, cause she had her whip, right, and we got together. I said, you know what, I'm gonna just pay your car note. If I need to go somewhere, I'll just take it. But I never need to go nowhere. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna buy all that money. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna buy no car. So then when I got her Mercedes, like I was gonna get one in Cali, and then we found out we was moving. I'm like, let me just see what the setup in Dallas gonna be. Am I gonna be moving around a lot? Am I gonna get an office close by? So I still waited. Like we only been here 3 months, but I'm pretty sure probably before the summer I'll probably get like a Tesla or something like that. I
respect that.
Yeah, but I'm not like a car person though.
Yeah,
like, I was never really into that stuff like that.
Yeah, something about me. I didn't have a car when I moved to Atlanta for like a year and a half. My friend. I loaned him a couple of bands, and someone had given him a car because they were moving. So he gave me the car, and that's the only reason I had a car for a minute. And that car was a 2008 Honda.
Wow, that's
2008.
crazy.
That's 12 years ago. 13 now, and I did just lease a pretty nice car the other day. I got he's a podcaster. I wasn't gonna say it. I got a Lexus ES350 F Sport. Yeah, shit's kind of cold.
Drake getting that money, y'all.
Shit's kind of cold. I can't front on that. It drives different.
See, that's the thing. When you get into something new, you be like, ooh, like that's why I don't really test drive cars. I stay away from it because I know if I get in there and I test drive and it's dope, I'm like, damn, because I know I can afford it. So I'm like, oh, I think I should get this. Then I get it, I'm not driving it much. And something I noticed though with a lot of people, like I got friends that's like crazy, like up like tens of millions of dollars. And something common that I noticed with them is a lot of them don't got cars. A
lot of them don't have cars or fancy cars or the need to get fancy cars. Terry, she made $14 million. That's episode 1 right there. She made $14 million last year. She has a Kia, like an older Kia.
That's it.
An older Kia. She's going to get a new car, she said, but she's cool with her older Kia.
See?
She be on a plane every other week, so she ain't worried about the car like
that. And that's because damn, that's crazy, yo.
There's something to it.
That's it. That is because the car, especially when you building up from ground zero, that car is one of your biggest expenses.
Yep.
So you might be spending, if you get a kind of expensive car, you might be spending $400 to $500 a month, and that's without insurance. Yeah. When your insurance get in place, you might get closer to $700-800, and that's just on a car. You might not already be making that much money. And it hurts your debt to income ratio. Yep. You want to go to borrow money to go buy a crib. So for me, man, I went on the crib grind. I haven't been on the car grind. Yeah, they were same here. Yeah, and now we do have Choro and other ways you can rent out a car, but it still looks a certain way if you go to the bank to get financing. Facts. What's next for you? 27. What does 30 look like? Top 100 podcast? Top 50. Top 50. Can we? Pressure. Top 50 podcasts and studio podcasts that we're doing soon enough. Yep. What does 30 look like? So Man, 30, man. So I really, like we just said, I'm in the studio is what's next regarding podcasts and stuff like that. We taking all our stuff to YouTube, in person, all that.
Let me guess, you're tired of your job and you want to become your own boss. You need to supplement your income with part-time work. And you're a serial entrepreneur who wants to start another business with low startup costs. Well, you need to come and join the 2 to 12K Club today. We will teach you how to start this business for only $500, how to effectively market your services, how to secure long-term, high-paying clients, how to make $60 to $250 per appointment, how to create systems and make money without being at an appointment. And you will get the peace of mind that you can leave any job at any time and start this business. For more details, check out the 2 to 12K Club today. The 2 to 12KClub.com.
Keep doing it on a scale that I can handle. I don't want to scale too fast, but obviously I don't want to scale slowly either. So just doing it on the pace I can handle and just keep saving money and just being financially free and having the options to do whatever I want to do.
I love it. How do you feel? So we're in kind of this movement. We got Jalen here, Black Wealth Renaissance.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Jalen.
X right here, Millionaire Mindsets. And we have a bunch of people who are kind of in our space. So we got me, I guess, a little older, pushing 40. Y'all mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s. Money Madu, shout out to Money Madu.
Shout out to my guy Madu.
Be Invest. We got a bunch of people who are kind of in our space. How do you feel about this era that we're in where saving money is cool, investing is cool, staying home and stacking is cool? Like, cool. Everyone got a girl now or pursuing marriage. We're in this different age.
Yeah, we are.
How does it feel to be like a leader in it?
Damn. It honestly feels amazing just because, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, even when I try to describe it to people that have no clue about it, it's hard to describe it because it doesn't make sense. Like, on a logical level, it's like people that don't know each other from all parts of the country.
All parts.
Y'all doing this, y'all making money, y'all linking up. It sounds crazy to people. I remember I was taking a trip. For my homie Bees. It was her birthday. She had a yacht party in Miami.
Shout out to Bees.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going. So I remember telling my mom, and she like, who you going to? Because this is my first time meeting her in person. She's like, what are you doing out there? I'm like, I'm going to my friend's birthday party. She's like, where you know her from? I'm like, Twitter. Right. She like, Xavier, you need to be careful, be safe. I'm like, Mom, I'm good, trust me. But that just goes to show it's so many. Like, just last night we was talking about I had them over in my crib last night. We was like, we didn't know each other a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We from all different parts of the country, and we all vibe like we've been knowing each other for a long time. We all doing great business, making money. So it's like, and I like to say it like this is still the beginning, I think. Yeah. I don't even think we reached the apex of this. I think
we're like 5-6 years in.
Yeah.
Well, this stuff wasn't happening 7 years ago. I was looking for people. That's why we needed the internet to meet, because we weren't, I can't speak for you, but a lot of us weren't meeting who we needed to meet in person in our hometowns.
No, thanks.
So we had a way of just connecting.
And I'll say I want to give you your credit because, like I said, you knew my brother and his wife years.
Shout out to them.
And this was before the financial wave was popular. It might have been earlier
15.
than that. Because I remember them telling like Andre Hatchett, and I'm like, I know Andre Hatchett. I seen him on YouTube. I seen him with Boyce Watkins and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, y'all doing an interview with him? That's dope. And that was way before this wave came. So you've been doing it for a minute. You've been setting a tone for a minute. So shout out to you for real.
Appreciate that, fam. As you always do, show love. I appreciate it. Yeah, Boyce was one of the trendsetters. Yeah. He brought me in, and I got in and did my piece. And the goal for myself was to just try to push the needle forward and to make black people, especially black men, it to be the norm for us to have these conversations. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I knew that the way we talk about rap and sports, we need to be talking about relationships, marriage, having a stay-home wife, stocks, real estate, mobile homes, and everything else in between. And I think we're here.
We did.
I think we're here.
Like I said, we ain't reached the apex yet, but it's coming.
It's coming.
I think the people, the kids and the youth that we affecting now, I think 10 years from now, it'll be extremely noticeable. Because I talk to kids that's like 15, 16, 17, they hit me up, DM me all the time, like, man, I'm starting, what should I do? So I can only imagine the effects from it. I'll pretty much book it. It's going to come out, it's going to be a billionaire There's probably like 15 right now that's gonna come from out of this.
A few.
From listening to people, it's gonna be a few of them that come like, man, I was 15 years old. I heard this episode, I heard this podcast, and I was just like,
they ran with that shit.
And they ran with it.
If we look at this, so yesterday interviewed Terry, multimillionaire. Y'all at least a few hundred.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit $1 million this year. I'm trying to.
Boy, they're good now. Pushing $1 million. I'm interviewing Tim Jackson, and Anthony H. later. Anthony H. and his wife have a $500,000 net worth. Tim, I don't know what Tim got, but Tim got some numbers. So in the mix, and all this was set up within this. Tim calling me now. All this was set up in the last 24 hours or less. So I'm interviewing for at least 100,000aires within the 1 millionaire and 300,000aire plus in the span of a 24-hour period, who I contacted within 24 hours, and here we are. That's saying something.
It is.
That's pressure, Jim.
I didn't think about that. That's pressure. Yeah.
That's pressure.
Yeah,
that's pressure right there. So shout out to the times that we're in. I'm looking forward to the next phase. So, X, appreciate your time, kind sir. How can we buy some stuff from you? Because we're gonna buy some stuff here. So right, guys, we're gonna buy some stuff.
Most definitely, let's do it, man. So if you're interested, in getting involved in real estate, you go to parkhill consultantservices.com or you go to parkhillcapitalventures.com, and we can help you get started in real estate. We got several different packages to make it affordable for people wherever you want to start at. If you want to buy some merch, you go to the millionairemindsets.com. If what else we got for you? Like I said, my podcast course is not out yet, so that'll be dropping soon. Just stay in tune to the podcast. I'll let everybody know when it's dropping. And those are the main things right now.
Pressure. Yeah. There we go. The Hatchet's Way podcast in studio.
Yeah, in studio.
Come on. You guys have a great day.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me.
Shout out to D, Queen D. Shout out to you.
Shout out to my Queen D, man. You know, I love her more than anything.
Boy, this boy is different right here. See y'all the next episode. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.